The hose was still in my hand when the scream sliced the Tuesday morning in half. "Get off my land." I looked up, water pooling around my boots, and there was Margaret Ellis, phone held high like a torch, live streaming my supposed trespass to the entire cul-de-sac. Neighbors spilled from porches, coffee forgotten, cameras ready. This, folks, is what happens when a scammer thinks he can bully honest homeowners. I killed the sprinkler. Margaret, president of Willow Creek Homeowners Association for 6 years running, marched across the manicured lawn in a red blazer sharp enough to draw blood. Her perfume hit me before she did, expensive and angry. "You are on private HOA property," she barked. "Police are en route." I kept my voice low, the tone I used with difficult tenants. "Ma'am, this is the boundary line. The oak behind me marks where my parcel ends and the common area begins. The common area you lease from me." Her laugh could have shattered glass. "Lease. We own every blade of grass in Willow Creek. I own the community center, the playground, the walking trails. You own nothing but a bad haircut and a felony record waiting to happen." Phones tilted closer. Comments scrolled across her screen. "Call the cops. HOA Queen. Lock him up." I opened the Property Boss Pro app on my phone. Willow Creek HOA. Monthly rent $8,500, due 3 days ago. Robert Langley, treasurer, had never missed a payment in 5 years. Until now. "Margaret," I said, "check with Robert about your monthly obligations." "Robert has never mentioned rent," she snapped, but her eyes flicked to the side, just long enough for me to notice. "And I review every line item." "Then maybe Robert forgot to mention the $8,000 that keeps your lights on and your playground swings oiled." She spun to her audience. "Hear that? He admits to extortion. This man is a predator." I could have walked away. Instead, I stood under the oak, the same tree my grandfather planted when this land was still alfalfa, and waited for the truth to catch up. By noon, the video had 1 million views. Local news vans camped at my gate. My business line rang off the hook. Janet, who rents my strip mall in Bakersfield, asked if the rumors were true. 3 vendors threatened to pull contracts. My ex-wife texted, "Emma saw the clip at school. She scared Tom." That night, Robert Langley called from a burner. "Meet me at Sunrise Diner, 5:30, come alone." Margaret can't know. He slid a folder across the Formica table. 5 years of bank transfers, $8,500 a month, signed by him, authorized by her. Margaret listed it as administrative services, he whispered. Told me to split it into landscaping, consulting, overhead. Said the board didn't need the headache of technical details. I turned the folder so he could see the lease inside. 15-year term, 5 remaining. "You've been paying rent on land you thought was donated." His coffee went cold untouched. She said the developer gifted the commons when the homes sold. I believed her. Everyone did. Why now? She's been asking about termination clauses. Mentioned a development partner who could triple property values. I think she wants the lease gone so she can sell. I leaned back. "Robert, call an emergency board meeting. Bring everything." He looked like a man scheduling his own hanging. "She'll destroy me. She'll destroy herself first. Be brave." The community center smelled of burnt coffee and panic the next morning. News trucks lined the curb. Margaret stood at the podium in navy, slides ready. Forged lease agreement, fraudulent payments, predatory landlord. She clicked through doctored documents, inflated numbers, my face circled in red. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said, "this man has stolen over $500,000 from us." Robert stood. His voice shook but didn't break. "That's not the real lease." He walked forward, laid the original on the table, signatures crisp, board resolution dated March 15, 2019. The same day the meeting was canceled for snow. Margaret had signed it alone. The room detonated. Phones live-streamed the meltdown. Margaret tried damage control. Robert has been manipulated. Then Robert connected his phone to the projector. Text glowed on the screen. Margaret, research early termination. Clean title needed for development partner. Margaret, keep payments normal until I say. You knew, Robert said. You hid it. You planned to sell us out. Margaret grabbed her laptop. You'll hear from my attorneys. She bolted. Sandra Brooks, board secretary, blocked the door. Not so fast. We vote to suspend you pending investigation. Margaret shoved past. The cameras caught every furious step. 3 weeks later we sat in Judge Harris' courtroom. Margaret had filed criminal fraud charges. The DA, eager for headlines, took the bait. My attorney, Ellen Grant, former prosecutor, built a fortress of evidence. Bank records, emails, the live-streamed confession viewed 3 million times. Ellen cross-examined Margaret like a surgeon. You claim ignorance of the lease, yet your email approved every payment? I was deceived. By your own signature? Robert's testimony sealed it. He produced ledgers showing $15,000 a month funneled to Horizon Development, Margaret's old firm, for asset optimization. The jury took 41 minutes. Charges against me dropped. Margaret pled guilty. For years, $800,000 restitution, lifetime ban from any HOA board. Horizon paid $47 million in fines. 3 executives did time. A year later, I sat beneath the same oak with my daughter Lily, now 8, chasing fireflies. A bronze plaque read, "In honor of truth, transparency, and reading the fine print." Robert, new HOA president, had renegotiated the lease down to $7 grand with right of first refusal. Property values rose 30% on reputation alone. My company manages 70 communities across 6 states. I turned this settlement into the Patterson Foundation, free legal aid for HOA abuse victims. The Karen Law, passed in 4 states, mandates financial records open within 72 hours. Margaret violated parole trying to run for her apartment board. She's back inside, teaching financial literacy to inmates. Irony has a long memory. Some nights I walk the boundary line, boots in the same dirt my grandfather turned. The commons glow with string lights from block parties, kids' laughter echoing off the community center I still own but no longer control. Truth didn't just win. It rebuilt the neighborhood stronger. Now it's your turn. In the comments, tell me, when an HOA president forges documents and tries to sell your home out from under you, do you roll over, do you lawyer up, or do you stand under the oak and wait for the truth to grow taller than the lies? I read every reply. Speak plain. The line in the dirt is listening.